Session 24, Speaking to the Mountain, Declaration as a Financial Practice. Welcome to Session 24. I am Rich Abbott, the Steward's Mind, Week 5, Session 4 of 5. We have covered the vocabulary, the individual seeds being planted by reflexive financial language. We have conducted the audit, identifying which phrases are planting life and which are planting death. We have looked at the larger narrative and what it means to reframe and rewrite it. Today we go into the practice that ties all of it together. Declaration. Not as a mystical ritual, not as the prosperity gospel formula of name it and claim it, but as a deliberate, grounded, neurologically sound practice of speaking truth into the lev until the lev begins to operate from that truth automatically. Part 1. What Jesus said about speaking to mountains. In Mark 11:23, Jesus says something that has been misused more than almost any other financial text in the New Testament, and also, I believe, profoundly understood less than it deserves. Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, "Go throw yourself into the sea," and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. The prosperity gospel heard this and turned it into a formula. Say the right words with enough faith, and your circumstances will change. Name it and claim it. The formula has been used to exploit vulnerable people for decades, and the damage done by the misapplication is real. But the misapplication does not invalidate the principle. It just means we need to understand it more carefully. What Jesus is describing is not a formula for magical thinking. He is describing the relationship between spoken conviction and the movement of obstacles. The mountain is not a literal geological feature. It is the obstacle that seems immovable, the scarcity, the limitation, the pattern that has persisted for decades. And the instruction is, speak to it. Do not merely think about it, analyze it, or feel bad about it. Speak to it with the conviction of a renewed mind, a guarded lev, a steward who knows who they are and whose resources they are managing. The speaking is not the magic. The speaking is the expression of a transformed interior, and a transformed interior produces transformed behavior, and transformed behavior moves mountains. Part 2. The structure of a financial declaration. A financial declaration is not a wish list. It is not a letter to Santa. It is a spoken statement of truth about identity, trajectory, or principle that you speak repeatedly until it moves from the mouth to the lev and begins to operate there automatically. A good financial declaration has 3 qualities. First, it is rooted in truth, not wishful thinking, not denial of current reality, but a truth that is real even if it has not yet been fully expressed in circumstances. I am a steward of what God has entrusted to me is true, regardless of the current bank balance. My capacity to earn and build is increasing is true even on a day when the finances are tight. These are identity truths, true by virtue of who you are, not by virtue of what you currently have. Second, it is spoken in the present tense, not I will be a good steward. I am a good steward. The present tense plants the truth in the now, in the lev, as it currently operates, rather than locating it in a future that has not arrived. The brain takes present tense statements more seriously than future tense ones. The declaration that says, I am, speaks into the identity. The declaration that says, I will, speaks into a hope that is still outside. Third, it is spoken aloud. We have established why. The dual processing, speaker and listener simultaneously, deepens the neural reinforcement. The mouth and the heart are in a feedback loop. What you speak shapes what you believe. Speak it aloud. Part 3. Building your declaration set. Over the course of the steward's mind, we have closed every session with a declaration. Those declarations have been building something, a set of spoken truths that cover the key areas of steward identity and financial practice. Today, I want you to build your personal declaration set, not the generic ones from the sessions, your own, specific to your situation, your lev, your history, and the particular mountains that have felt most immovable. Here are the areas to cover. Identity, who you are as a steward, what God says about you and your capacity to manage resources. The lev, what you now know and choose about the operating agreement of your inner command center. The thermostat, the specific ceiling you are choosing to raise and what you declare about your capacity to earn and build. The narrative, the new story, the trajectory declaration that speaks forward from the honest acknowledgement of the past. The practice, the daily disciplines, morning anchoring, interception, evidence collection, the vocabulary replacement, declared as who you are, not what you are trying to do. Generosity, your posture as a giver, open-handed, decided, unafraid. Write one declaration for each area. Keep each one to 2 or 3 sentences. Make them yours, your language, your specificity, your truth. Then read them aloud every day as part of your morning anchor. Part 4. When the declaration feels empty. I want to address something honestly because I think it matters. There will be days when you speak your declarations and they feel completely empty. The words come out of your mouth and land nowhere. The lev does not respond. The circumstances are what they are. The old pathway fires louder than the new one, and the declaration feels like performance. This is normal. This is not failure. This is what the early stages of pathway building feel like. The declaration does not feel powerful until the pathway is strong enough for the truth to arrive first, before the old automatic response. And the pathway does not get strong enough through occasional half-hearted repetition. It gets strong through consistent, daily spoken repetition over weeks and months. Do not evaluate the declaration by how it feels in the moment. Evaluate it by the cumulative effect over time. The Week 3 review we talked about in Session 14, the evidence log, is where you will see the arc. Not in any single declaration session, but in the pattern across many of them. Keep speaking, even when it feels empty, especially when it feels empty, because the pathway is being built whether you can feel it or not. Part 5, Reflection. Today's reflection is the construction of your personal declaration set. Write the 6 declarations: identity, lev, thermostat, narrative, practice, generosity. One for each area, 2 or 3 sentences each, in your own language, present tense, rooted in truth. Then speak them aloud, not once, 3 times, slowly, with attention. Let the words land. This is your declaration set. It belongs in your morning anchor starting tomorrow. Closing declaration. Say this and feel the weight of it. I speak to the mountain, and the mountain moves, not by the magic of the words, but by the power of a transformed interior expressing itself in consistent, deliberate speech. I declare who I am. I declare where I am going. I declare what I believe. And I keep declaring, even when it feels empty because the pathway is being built. The tongue has the power of life, and I am choosing life. This is Rich Abbott. 1 session left in week 5. Session 25 brings it all together.